Hello, everyone. Welcome to our marvelous Just Pure Talk podcast. And tonight
Hello.
is Akai. Akai is on the road, so I'm going to let him say hi. Are you saying hi? Or you're froze up? Okay, so ladies and gents, while Akai gets back, welcome to the show. Really pleased to kick this off like usual. Yes, for the French community, this is an English podcast because we do have our French podcast. So we have the Jim Canna podcast, and then that's French, and then we have our podcast that's just pure talk. That's Vermland Radio's podcast. So okay, so you came back. I'll let you talk before you disappear again.
I did come back, and I'm sorry about the connection loss, but I went over a hill and it didn't like it. But like I said, I'm traveling through Wyoming on Highway 80. It's absolutely beautiful, rolling hills and mountains, and it's gorgeous. It's a beautiful drive.
So you're really excited to be around that place?
Oh yeah, I love traveling. I'm doing the overlanding thing, which people think is primarily off-roading, but it's not. It's just traveling with your vehicle, living out of your vehicle, and I love it. So I got this truck all modified up for me, and it's my feet and my legs, and it takes me where I need to go.
So that's your SUV, your Toyota SUV.
It's a Toyota Tundra.
I know it's a pickup. Sorry, got mixed up. A pickup.
Yeah, it's a pickup, and I went with AT Overland, makes the AT Habitat, and I put that on the back so it folds open into a 4-man tent. And then I built a double drawer system in the truck, so runs the whole length of the bed. I got a fridge freezer back there from Dometic. I got a control box, like a Boy Scout control box I built for my kitchen. I've got a whole power wall with 200 amps of lithium power back there and a 2,000 watt inverter. And I got a plug-in on the back of the tailgate, by the tailgate, so I can plug in whatever I need to plug in. And I just put a USB charger in the back, a 10-port USB charger. So that way I could charge, because everything's coming USB. Flashlights even come in USB now. So
yeah, exactly. I got that tactical
now I can charge all that stuff up USB, which is awesome. My radios, my GRMS radios all come with USB cords, so I can just plug them in and charge them in the back of the truck, which is awesome.
Well, that's awesome, man.
Yeah. And then I built a little metal rack in the back, and I got 3 jerry cans in there, 5-gallon jerry cans of water. And then I got another 5-gallon jerry can that sits by the tailgate, but inside the truck. And then I got a Dometic flushing toilet back there, so it's got a cartridge I can pull out. I can go dump that when I go to a bathroom.
Okay.
And then I got 20 gallons of fuel on the back on double swing outs back there. So I built a double swing out bumper on my Toyota off of a body armor bumper. Works pretty good.
Yeah. So you're ready for any camping or any issue or something like that.
Oh yeah. I put a roof rack on top. Made that because all of them were too tall. So I had to get one that would fit. So I built my own. So I got my extra solar panels, my toolkit, like my shovel and axe and pickaxe on top of the roof, my little step ladder so I can get around and put stuff away up there easier. And then I put King suspension underneath because they're rebuildable. I can order every part off my King. I put SPC upper control arms so I can get the toe and all that stuff on the alignment correct. And then I put 0 offset rims and 35-inch tires on. And then the gentleman out at Alcan Spring in Leeds Grant Junction, Colorado, they build custom springs, leaf springs. And so they built me a set of custom leaf springs for the weight that I need. And so I basically got a 1.5 ton Toyota right now, which is kind of awesome.
Oh, marvelous.
Because when you start putting all that equipment on, it adds up. And then I got a 10,000 pound winch in the front bumper.
Whoa. Okay, that's a good winch to get you out of trouble.
Yeah. Hopefully I don't need it. Hopefully, most of the stuff I've ever gotten into, I got some max tracks on the side of the truck. I mounted them on the side of the topper, and those things have been phenomenally good. So just stick a max track. It's like a traction board. Stick it onto the tire, and pull out slowly, and get off that little part. So, and then then I've made some of my own equipment because I don't want to pay an exorbitant amount for a cooking device when I know how to make it myself.
Okay.
So I made what's called the cowboy walk. I don't know if you've seen these things yet, Vern, but it's a plow disc off a disc plow, and you weld to get a piece of square metal. You weld it in the bottom, weld it shut, and then you weld some handles onto the side and put some spring handles. I'll send you a picture. But they're called cowboy walks. And then I got a little $20 propane stove from Walmart, and I built a stand for it. And I just set it on there, and I could get out there and I cook my sausage or my bacon or my ham or whatever in the morning, and I could put that up higher on the wok, and then I could cook my eggs in the middle, and everything stays warm, or make chicken fajitas or anything. It's like a one big dish if it's a 14-inch steel plow disc. So,
wow.
It kind of holds the heat. It's heavy, but it's well worth it.
I think I heard some chat coming in or something like that. I don't know. I heard a boom.
Yeah. You're gonna have to watch Discord too, because those fellows will sit in Discord.
Give me a sec. Yeah. So, okay, I don't see no one yet. Okay. So, like we were saying, ladies and gents, now we got a guy. What? You're cutting off a bit, so what I'm going to do is, I'll let your connection get back. So, ladies and gents, what we're talking about tonight is the Kai's on the road. Kai's on the road. He's heading off to Wyoming, if I remember. No? Is that no?
Huh?
Where are you heading off to again?
I'm heading off to Plain, Washington. There's an overlanding event up there this
weekend. Yeah, Plain, Washington. Yeah, Plain, Washington. So, for the people that are connecting that are brand new to the show, Akai's the co-host. He's with me in the Vermland Radio podcast. We're both together as partners, and he's usually in his studio at home, but now he's on the road, and it's good because that's what we are today. Like, maybe one day I'll do a podcast directly at one of the country, one of the competitions there that I'm working on the weekend. So before we continue, okay, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what happened this weekend. It was really exciting. A lot of good stuff happened. A lot of competition winners. It was a great show. Music was great, and people were telling me, and we also done the barn dance. So so we didn't sleep a lot because I think I slept like 3 hours and a half. So I'm trying to become a military guy again. Yeah. So 3 hours and a half to do 2 days. That's really outstanding. And but a lot of competition, great cowboys and cowgirls that have done exciting speed, and so I give them hats off to everybody from Larel who has competitions to get better points and get to the first place like everybody else. It's really exciting. We were at Van Cleck Hill in Ontario. So Van Cleck Hill in Ontario, that was a first. That's a first. A really beautiful site. I want to give the hats off to Samuel Miron and Mathieu Lalonde, who are both the promoters that picked the spot. And it was a really nice green grass, beautiful cut green grass area. Really big enough in Ontario. So it was it's a English and French city, not too far from the border of Quebec. Okay, just to let you know, Akai, because I know you don't know that region, but
No, it's
it
beautiful
was
up
really
there in
beautiful.
Canada.
Yeah, I think we went up to something like 200, 300 people or trailers. Or something. I think it's 200 something trailers. And there was a lot of people, a lot of competitioners, and really, really exciting. I mean, I love it. I love the family. I love the L'Oreal family. I've been doing music for the past 2 years now. Well, last year and this year, but I've done it before in the past. So in a total, should be about 4 years that I've been doing it. We bring a lot, a little bit of difference because we do a lot of techno, a little bit more, maybe more punchy music. We do country music also, but it's just like, what I think is, we need to help ignite the cowboy cowgirl who's doing the competition. So we're giving him like adrenaline, adrenaline music. That's what it is. So, but I mean, it was really exciting. We loved it, and it was it was great. I mean, the first day there was a little bit of rain, but the rest was really exciting. I mean, great temperatures, not too hot, not too cold. A little bit windy, but it was great. So, and the next one that's coming up is going to be Sky Ranch. So that's not this week, but next weekend. So we're going to have Sky Ranch and stuff like that.
So how long
that's coming up?
Does rodeo season go all the way to like August?
Yeah, it goes. It should finish mid-August, and then we have mid-August. Then it's finished. That's the complete. But then in September we have Saint Tite. September is Saint Tite. That's the big championship. The Canadian championship, if you want, the national competition, where during the year all associations around of Western associations, they competition points to go get a place in Saint Tite, a little bit like in Calgary, the Calgary Stampede, ish. So it's really exciting, and but everything's going on. I'm supposed to be doing some interviews. I'm gonna start asking people if they want to come and do a little interview. So I bought the mics. So I got those mics like all these podcasters now. These little mics with the furry thing.
Nice.
Yeah, and I got a stand, so I don't need to hold my darn phone while I'm talking. So I could be with the person that I'm interviewing. So that's going to be something brand new and good, and we're going to get there. We're going to get there. I'm trying to bring a different direction to the audio-ish music and help out L'Oreal into the digital world. So that's good. So it was a good weekend. I wanted to talk to you a bit about it, and it was a good weekend. And now. Our usual thing, ladies and gents, we usually have like two other brothers that have joined up. They're not there tonight for some reason. It happens, real life, and there's a lot of
I don't know where Speed Bump is. Like I said, you got to message him.
Yeah, but I'm gonna have to. Yeah, okay. I don't got his number, so you're gonna have to figure it out.
Yeah, you're gonna have to send him a message through Discord.
Yeah, okay, I'll try,
but
yeah,
maybe he doesn't want to do it anymore.
Maybe. Do you know something I don't know?
No, I don't.
Okay. You're just second guessing.
No, I'm just talking. I'm talking for him through his butt.
Okay. It's because we want to send him his T-shirt.
So what's really cool is not only do I got to go salmon fishing on this trip, which I think is awesome, I'm also going to go see my brother-in-law.
Oh, that's good.
But one of the cool things I got to do is I actually go to a town called Big Timber, Montana.
Okay.
And there's a company there. It's called Shiloh Sharps.
Okay.
And they make like some of the best. Man, I love their rifles. They're so boring. They're gorgeous. Have you ever seen the movie Quigley Down Under?
No, I haven't.
Well, if you watch the movie Quigley Down Under, it's a Tom Selleck movie. It's very good.
Okay.
I enjoyed it. He is shooting a Shiloh Sharps 45 110.
Okay.
And my wife gave me the go ahead, and she said, "Go ahead, buy a gun."
Okay.
So I'm super excited.
That's great.
It is. I've been wanting one of those for decades.
Did you say decades?
Decades.
Well,
you don't usually find them. They're not on a gun store shelf.
okay.
You know, a lot of them that are made, I'm willing to say over 90% of them are all custom ordered guns.
Okay.
A guy built it to the specifications that he thought was the best.
Ooh. Outstanding.
Yeah.
I hate when this happens. Yeah. So we're sorry, we're cutting off here. That's when I'm doing that technique. Usually when we're four, I have time to do the technique at the same time. So what's happening with just to give you a heads up, I want to know what's happening with our other brother. I don't see them anymore. I don't hear about them anymore. What's his name? What's his name? I was gonna say Speed Bump. It's not Speed Bump.
Longquack?
Yeah, exactly. Ragnar.
Oh, Ragnar?
Yeah.
He's doing fine. Actually, I was just out there last Tuesday.
Okay.
And with traveling and everything, I couldn't get on. So,
okay.
But I saw him and he's doing good. He's doing good. He's working nights though, so that's the hard part.
Okay, that's the reason why we don't hear it. We don't see him too much.
Yeah, because he's working. So if he's got time and nothing's happening, then he'll jump on and say something. But,
Yeah. I know. He's faithful to our show.
And yeah, so he's doing good. Had a good time when I was out there. Had some really good food when I was out there. Saw some old friends while I was out there. So
and so you're going down. Just so I gotta get back to what you were saying. You're going down to go meet up, eh? If I'm sure.
Going down to what?
You're going down to meet up.
Yeah,
where you're going, your
down
destination. Your destination.
Yeah,
Sorry.
It's like I would call it like an expo or a. So you go there, you camp for a few days. They have classes, on all kinds of different subjects that relate to overlanding. And the vendors put on demonstrations, stuff like that. And then there's a bunch of vendors that are there, usually selling products, tools, recovery equipment, the latest rooftop tents, stuff like that.
Okay.
Things that'll make your life easier on the trail. Or lighter.
Yeah, exactly.
Because this beast gets about 8 to 10 miles to the gallon.
Okay.
Which makes it really expensive to drive across the country.
Okay.
I'm actually looking at getting a larger gas tank so I can actually extend my range again. But so there's a company out there that sells like a 45-gallon gas tank.
Are you serious? So you can add it up to your car?
Yeah, I'll take my other tank out and I'll put that one on.
Okay.
Because it's just my range is okay. It's good. Don't get me wrong. 350, 400 miles on a tank. But
it's wicked.
It gets a little hard. So it gets a little hard sometimes when you are trying to, make those long stretches. You got to carry more fuel, and I don't like to put fuel in the back of my truck because then it stinks everything up.
It doesn't.
You can guarantee that's the can that's going to leak.
Okay.
It's just Murphy.
Yeah.
And then the whole inside of your sleeping area smells like gasoline.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Then you're stuck sniffing the gasoline while you're sleeping.
Yeah.
God, yeah. So what's happening on the planet that we usually talk about? What's going on? What's going on?
Oh man.
Hey, I got
a bunch of news coming out about the C word.
Yeah.
And that YouTube gets weird about if we say it. But there is a lot of guys dealing with vaccine injuries now because of the mRNA vaccines. And, heart issues, cancers, women that are giving birth and they have to put their kids on special IV fluid bags because they don't have this, the right amount of chemicals in their body and it's not just like one or two people. I mean, it's just like a constant thing at these hospitals. And like guys having heart attacks, like heart problems are on the rise. So
but
it's kind of scary on that subject.
I think there's a lot to go on with the society and what there's not only, I've been seeing a lot of stuff. We didn't hear nothing here. Okay. So, but there's a lot of stuff going on where people, get sicker, not only because of any vaccine, but they're getting sicker because, they're either food, but they don't eat right, or stuff like that. Because there's a lot of chemicals in everything now.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's part of it too. Guaranteed. And I'm when it comes to being healthy, I'm the pot calling the kettle black here because I'm a fatso. I need to lose weight.
Yeah.
But
yeah. Okay. And like I've been watching a couple of shows lately, sugar is a disaster. It's a disaster for all bodies. Sugar. Oh, did I lose you?
Oh, sugar?
Yeah.
No.
Sugar's the worst.
Program. I had to... White.
Okay.
White sugar is the worst thing you can do.
Sugar. Yeah, sugar. We shouldn't eat sugar at all.
Corn syrup.
I know it's good. It's tasty.
Well, corn syrup
lightens up food.
Corn syrup. When you eat corn syrup, it doesn't register with your body like sugar does.
Okay.
So when you drink a sugar-based soda and you feel full, that's the natural sugar telling you enough of this, stop.
Okay.
But when the soda is all made out of corn syrup, that chemical is not in there to hit that receptor to say, okay, you're full. And so people consume more soda than they should.
Okay. But it ain't corn syrup.
More chips or your...
Yeah. Barbecue chips. They all have sugar too. Well, the potato is sugar. Yeah.
Speaking of barbecue, I went to Parker's Barbecue in North Carolina. They got a couple locations around. The best pulled pork I've ever had in my life. That stuff was heaven on a plate. Oh my God, it was so good.
Okay.
And they ship. I am going to order it and have it shipped to my house. It is so good. Okay. But what really set it off, what really set it off is they make this cold slaw, but it's chopped up cold slaw. It's not like shredded cold slaw. It's finely chopped. And they use like a horseradish mustard something on it. It is so good. And so you put that with the pulled pork, and oh my God, it's heaven. Because when you have a North Carolina pulled pork sandwich, you got to put cold slaw on top. It's like the rules.
Yeah.
And it's so good because it's all chopped up and just that horseradish sauce. And oh my God, so good. My mouth is drooling because I'm talking about it. It was that good, Vern.
Oh God! Well, if you're telling me that it's good because I mean I know you do slow cooking too. So
Yeah, I kind of foodie-ish.
Yeah. Well, we're both foodie-ish. We both love food.
Yeah.
Oh God, we both love food. Hey, we're talking about food. You're getting me hungry, but you know, I might get us off that topic so I don't start drooling. What's going on with Cuba? Oh, there we go. What's going on with Cuba? What's going on with what's his name?
Oh man, Cuba. So they're having exercises with Russia. So Russia sent over like a naval fleet,
Yeah.
and a fast attack submarine.
Yeah.
And the fast attack submarine is actually nuclear capable. It's probably carrying nuclear armaments right now.
Okay.
But the funny part is, part of that fleet is they also bring their own tugboat type things, and they ended up towing into harbor their big ship.
Okay.
Because it broke down on the way over.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So the equipment's failing.
Well, yeah, it's expensive to maintain all that.
Yeah.
It's expensive to build it correctly.
But as an American, because it's Cuba's more closer to you guys. So, how do you see?
And our defenses are up because, you know, there's a Russian naval fleet down by Florida.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Miami.
So, you know, and even though they're doing naval exercises, just like we do naval exercises over there and with all the NATO countries over in Europe, and they're going to put their ships out to countermand our ships. We're just doing the same thing down there. We're putting our ships and our submarines out there as a safety net, so that way, if they do something stupid, we can smack them down.
So if I understand what you're telling me, that means that, and tonight I know we're talking a little bit about that military strategy, but
So tonight, there are U.S. Navy personnel over there by Cuba monitoring what these guys are doing and making sure they're not making moves on the United States. They're keeping us safe.
Yeah, exactly. There's always, I know, because I mean, you guys are really great at it. So they're making sure, because I mean, I know there's a lot of topics I've been reading lately and that they're talking about that he's preparing to scare you guys off and blah, blah, blah. Well, look, what do you want me to say?
Well, I don't even know if our president is cognitive enough to be the president.
Okay.
I mean, you know, that one journalist came out and said, or not journalist, but one department said he's not competent enough to stand trial. And if he's not competent enough to stand trial, then how is he the president of the United States? And then there was this, you know, there's been all those things where he just sits on stage and he falls over and, you know, he does all his stuff that just makes him look like an invalid.
But
the latest one was Obama was doing something with him where he was running, and then he got lost on stage, and Obama had to lead him off stage like a puppy dog.
Okay.
And I'm like, who wants that guy to be your leader?
But that's the problem. I know I've been reading some stuff, and that's the problem on seeing putting old presidents, you know, in Congress or, you know, in position. I mean, you know, from Biden to Trump, what are they? All 70 years old and more?
Oh yeah, they're old. I think Biden's almost. I think he's 80.
But that's you know, you know, I'm Canadian, because for letting the people out there know that I'm a Canadian. So, you know, my government's not better. I mean, you know, they do some great stuff, but they don't
facing his own issues now.
Yeah, exactly. But the thing is, I feel that we're at a point, and you know, and I'm trying to make sure that I don't want to offend no one that's listening, by the way. I think we're at a point where people's going to have to start realizing that we need to put more
and I
younger people.
understand how much. I also understand how much whatever happens in America also affects a lot of other countries.
Well, for sure. I'm sure that the whole Canada must be upgrading. I mean, you know, because we support you guys too. So I'm sure that you know, if what's going on in Cuba, Canada must be going, whoa, a minute, you know, it's like, well, okay, we're going to support you guys. I mean, the same thing for Europe. I mean, that's the reason why we got NATO.
Yeah.
But if he's trying to set a World War III, he's gonna get it. You know, I mean, you don't.
They put the Trump Biden teams have agreed to do a debate, but a debate earlier than usual.
Okay.
So what's being said about that is, and Trump was like, yeah, I'll debate him anytime, you know? But I think the Biden team, the people that are controlling Biden, are going to make him debate early to see if he can survive. Because if not, then they'll have time to get another candidate and put him in Biden's spot.
Okay.
And that theory was actually brought up by a bunch of left-wing guys. So it's not a bunch of right-wing guys thinking this theory up. It was a bunch of left-wing dudes, you know, journalists that said, hey, this is why we think they're doing this debate so early. Because if Trump demolishes him, it makes him look like an idiot, a babbling idiot, then, you know.
Okay. So that's a problem. And this is how I feel. I mean, that's the problem. I'm looking at it and I'm seeing these debates going on. I'm seeing the fights on position, and then I'm going, we have worse problems. Why aren't we concentrated on Putin? Why aren't we not concentrated on, you know, it's like, look, this guy's able to get the ships there. I mean, it's like, okay, what's going on? We all know that he has something in the back end of his head. We all know that. Because he's pissed off because everybody's helping out Ukraine.
He's just trying to exert power so that way he doesn't lose his footing in Russia.
Yeah.
Because if he starts to look weak.
But he is. He's already looking weak.
Yeah, but if he starts to look weak and the other parties in Russia think that he's weak enough to take, that he doesn't have support, there will be a coup.
Yeah, but that's what he's scared of.
Or somebody else will run against him and get voted in.
Yeah. That he's not going to kill. Sorry. I have to say it.
It's true.
Yeah. But you're totally right. But I you know, there's so much news going on, like so much stuff going on. It's like it's been going on for a couple of years now. It's like, you know, a year or two. And it's crazy, and you know, we let that be because we're at.
Well, I guess Ukraine is putting a hurt on Russia right now.
Is what?
I guess Ukraine is winning against Russia right now. They're starting to make gains.
Yeah. Russia. Well, for sure.
But how long can Ukraine last?
Well, they seem to be lasting a lot.
They have a smaller country. They don't have the manpower. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Putin goes, yeah, just annex that whole city, tell them they're going to combat, and that's what happens.
But the thing is, you know, I've read a document on Russia, and the thing is, a lot of people are leaving Russia. A lot of people are exiling Russia.
Well, a lot of military aged men are saying, screw this, I'm out.
Because I think now the Russians know that this is like full of crap. I think, you know, because media came out, still people could still get the internet, so they're seeing that this is like a war between Putin and Putin himself and Ukraine, you know. So it's almost like personal. It's almost like
there was an ebook put out by a Russian paratrooper, and it talked about his time in Ukraine and how he got wounded and how the treatment was. It's a total cluster.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah.
And And he's living in exile now because he wrote that book.
Okay.
So
it's crazy, eh?
Yeah.
And
the thing that sucks about this is one day I want to go travel Russia. But now, since this has happened, I don't think I'll ever be allowed to go.
Well, surely that someone's gonna, but because of what's all happening, they're gonna cut off a lot of people.
Because I've always wanted to go out to Lake Flatstock. It's Lake Flatstock. It's the largest fresh body lake in the world. It's the biggest.
Uh-huh.
And it's got so much unique life in there, and I just want to go dive it. I want to go dive it and look at the life and look at the fish.
Okay.
And I think it would just be so awesome to go do that. But nobody, they're not going to let a crazy American in there. So, especially with what's happening.
Well, for sure. We'll see. There's still a lot going on. So then you have the French from France that are trying to get ready to go to war. That's what they said, that they're kind of fed up and they want to get in. No. So if that happens,
to get in?
Yeah. The French Prime Minister. Is it Prime Minister? Yeah, it's Prime Minister.
There's a lot of countries in Europe that want to go into the Ukraine.
But because they're fed up.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I'm getting fed up and I'm sitting in back of a computer.
They just want it to be over with. Get it over with.
This is becoming ridiculous, like World War II. I mean, we're not on World War, but I'm talking about Hitler. But I mean, this is getting ridiculous.
Oh, come on! Is this World War III? If not, if World War III doesn't happen after this, people in history are going to put it was so close to becoming World War III. Look what we got going on in Israel. Look what we got going on in the Ukraine. Look what we got going on all over the world.
Well, Taiwan and China.
With the China road stuff,
And now, what's his name? The North Korean government. What's his name again? He's tied up now with. Well, he went and signed up with Putin. So it's like, well, for sure, they're communists. So, communists.
Kim Jong-il is going to do what benefits him and his people.
Yeah. And Russia's bigger. I mean, in size.
And I know Kim Jong-un is going to do a lot of things for Russia because Russia does a lot of stuff for him.
See?
So it's a tit and a tat.
Okay.
Where, we don't even trade with North Korea.
No. Only South Korea.
So, yeah. So, and so China and all those, countries, those Eastern Bloc countries all trade with North Korea. Yeah. I mean.
So it is crazy.
I would have been kind of curious to see what Trump could have done with him if he'd have got another 4 years in office.
Do you think Trump would have changed something?
Well, he was the first president to go there in how many decades?
Yeah, totally. No, I'm right. You're right. Yeah, totally. Yeah.
And got him to calm down and start talking. And as soon as Biden got in there, it went to a shit show.
Well, I mean, so much rumors and stuff on both Putin and Trump. So I don't want to go there. But for sure that maybe he would have. We'll say it this way: he would have handled it differently.
So
Because
I did see a news article about Canada like a week ago.
Yeah.
Where it said a lot of Canada is getting more conservative.
Yeah,
and
it is.
They really did not like what Trudeau did to the truckers.
No. And I got a feeling it's his last mandate. He's keeping up because he's able to associate different, parties and getting their votes of confidence. So that's why he's still in position. So that's how he works his way to keep his mandate. So he parties up with someone, gives a couple of promises, and then the guy says, "Okay, we'll vote for you." All right, So, but I got a feeling the last mandate. It's his last mandate. We're gonna yeah, I'm curiously looking at seeing like you said, a convert. How do you say it again? I forgot the word.
I guess they're worried about him getting reelected.
No, I don't think so. God, I'm forgetting the word, ladies and gentlemen. I can't forget. Sorry. Sorry, it's my French taking over, ladies and gentlemen. It's my French taking over. Conservateur. Conservative Party. There we go.
Oh, yeah?
I got it. Yeah. I got the feeling that's going to happen. Well, it did happen before. I mean, it can't be the French Party, the Bloc. It can't be them. They'll never go through. But it's either a liberal, but liberals are not. Are him, liberals, and then there's that other party, and there's the conservatives. So I just got a feeling maybe the conservatives are going to get in for a couple of years now. That's my feeling. We'll see.
It'll be interesting to see what happens.
Yeah, but I mean, there needs to be changes all over.
Well, I've been watching it, places all the way out to Australia, watching their news, and I watch their news because my mom lives there, but and so okay. I try to keep current with what's going on in her area,
Yeah.
And it's amazing the big push that people are having to be more conservative leaning.
Okay.
Like they're tired of all the. I think what they're tired of is all the helpless, woe is woke crap.
Okay. Uh-huh.
I'm on top of this plateau, Verm, and I'm sorry I'm diverting, but the sun is in my eyes. I'm on top of this plateau that stretches forever here on TV, and it's just beautiful. So
yeah, I know you've been while we were talking in private. You've been seeing sightseeing, and you're like going crazy on it. So it must be beautiful, man.
Well, this is the whole part of overlanding. You get to drive and you get to see all this stuff. Just gorgeous.
Yeah, exactly. So if we go off topic and not talk about war and stuff like that, try to keep it positive. So how are we seeing our mindset on we're going to go more into a personal Vermland Radio Verms production. How are you seeing our new exciting way to bring our fans that are listening to us a new way of seeing Just Pure Talk, how we're going to structure and stuff like that. How are you seeing this for the near future?
I think it's a good thing to try, and we're going to try this structured thing with the way you're laying it out, and we're gonna see where it goes, and hopefully it bears fruit, which I think it will. And because when we used to be on Live 365, we used to be structured. We have our shows and stuff like that, and now we're going off with different
platforms. We're using SoundCloud. We're using Mixcloud, so we can record music-wise, because they pay the royalties to the artists. So we put our recordings in that, either the mixes, our DJ mixes and stuff like that. So, hey, everybody, if you have a chance, go see Vermland Radio, SoundCloud, and Mixcloud and join up. Get yourself great music in your cars. I mean, that's what I do. I listen into my car. I mean, SoundCloud has an app and Mixcloud has an app. So you guys should listen to it. And if ever you want to listen to our old podcasts, well, they're there too. So at least you get the opportunity. You do got YouTube to listen to them. But I mean, if you want to have just the audio part. But good news, our show is now officially has its own page on SoundCloud and
nice.
Apple Podcasts. So that's something that at least you guys can come back and listen to. Because some of you guys will come in, will watch us, you'll say, oh, well, this is not this, and oh, well, I don't got no time, but at least you got the chance to get back and listen to it. And go back and listen to our, for our first podcast, when we started off. I mean, we've been doing the podcast for a while, but we changed names. We had that discussion, Kai. So we changed names because we wanted to become more with you people out there that are listening to us. We want to.
Also,
what do you think?
To like and subscribe on whatever social media platform that you're watching this on.
Yeah,
we do.
Podcast
that you are, like and subscribe. That way you get the alarm bell. You know that we drop new content. And if you want to support Vermland Radio, then go out to vermlandradio.com and go to our swag shop. Go to our.
Yeah, I just put up the link to our YouTube channel so people can scan bar it and go subscribe if you have the opportunity. Because you know how it works, ladies and gentlemen. This is not brand new for you guys that are listening out there. We want to work. We want to monetize just to pay the bills. We don't want to make millions out of this. We bills cost. I mean, what we're doing is not free, but for you guys it is, but for us it's not. So, but we're having pleasure doing it. That's the thing, And
we do enjoy it.
Yeah, and we want to. We need your support. We need your support. Maybe ideas, topics, anything. I mean, you guys could, just say, hey, this. Oh yeah, that. It'd be great. It'd be great. So it'll help us out. And then you got our Facebook also, ladies and gentlemen. Here, I'm going to throw that in. So you got our Facebook. So we got LPV Facebook. So Les Productions Verbs. That's our Facebook, official Facebook channel. So you guys could subscribe there. And once we get in our stuff like that, where we do different things, you guys can see the pop-up and all that. So, yeah. There's a lot of stuff, and I even put here, I'm giving you another shot here of our Instagram. So we do have an Instagram channel. I do got a TikTok. I've been doing TikToks for the past, weeks there. I know Kai's not the TikTok guy. I can't wait to see him dance on a TikTok, but I mean, he's not the TikTok guy.
I will not do TikTok.
And I know why. Oh God! But I mean, at the same time, we love what we do. Yeah, for people that are listening to us.
It's also why I won't buy. Another reason why I won't buy like Walt Disney stock, but it's personal reasons.
Yeah, you're right. Well, I mean, that's you. It's your personal reason. Some people don't like this. Some people don't like that. But you don't like Walt Disney anymore. So that's your part. Since the guy died. But what is one of the reasons that you don't like, since we're talking about it? Are we allowed?
Why I don't like Walt Disney?
Yeah.
From a financial standpoint, I think they're dragging their company into the ground. In the long run, do I think Walt Disney's going to make money? Yes. But
they're surely making money. Go ahead.
Walt Disney's doing the woke is me thing.
Yeah.
Which I don't think they need to do. They don't need to do the woke is me thing.
What's the woke is me thing? There's something I missed.
They're doing the whole woke, 50,000 genders,
Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry. Yeah,
And
I just realized.
I just don't think it's appropriate for children.
You're right.
You know?
That's your standpoint, but you're right. I mean, there's too much stuff being mixed on the planet on different generations, and you're right. Yeah.
I don't think that, you know, taking your kid to drag queen story hour is a healthy environment. You know, kids don't need to go to a drag queen strip show.
No.
You know,
and it's not because you're not open-minded. There's a limit.
I don't think children need to be exposed to that as children. Now, if you want to go as an adult and have a fun time and sing and drink and, you know, watch the show, by all means, have a good time.
Okay.
You might even see me there, hooking it up with some other guys. You know, I have good friends. You know?
Yeah.
So, and I have friends from alternative religions. I believe people should be able to do what they need to do, but when it comes to children,
leave them out.
I'm going to tell you no, hands off.
Yeah, leave them out. Adults, children, leave them out. You don't need to have it. You don't need to have that. I mean, and it's not because we're closed-minded. I'm sorry. If people start saying, you guys are closed-minded. No.
No,
I'm not.
You know, try explaining it to your, 9-year-old son when he asks, "What's this?" My dad would have never had to worry about that when I was a kid.
No.
But, here I'm a father and I'm getting these questions and I'm like, "Oh, buddy, where are you seeing this stuff?" "Oh, it was on this Walt Disney thing." What? And you go and you look at it and you're like, "Oh, no.
Well, they're doing it all over now. They have it in Star Trek.
It's everywhere.
They have it in Star Trek. They have it in all the movies now. Everything. Have I seen it yet in Star Wars?
The Star Wars series on HBO or Disney has that crap in it.
Yeah. Do they have it? They have it too?
Yep.
Okay. So now,
because Disney owns Star Wars.
Yeah, exactly. No, but that's where they're making the money these days. So you're right. There's a limit into exposing some stuff, and it's like normal. Well, it is normal.
Before you start reading the study numbers and you start reading all this stuff, and before COVID, this stuff was barely out there.
Yeah. Have we lost a
pretty heavy advertisement on that stuff? Telling kids, do you question your blah, blah, blah?
Okay. And we lost you. Sorry, ladies and gents. He's in the mountain, so he'll be popping back up.
I don't even.
Okay, there you go. Are you back? I hear you. Yeah, ladies and gents, this is a live show, so Akai's really on the road, so he's cutting in, cutting off. But we wanted to do the show still, so to make sure that we don't let you all down, because we did take a week last week, and we took a week of absence.
Sorry about that.
Okay, I think he's back.
So
he put his glasses. He's back.
Yeah, sorry about that. So
no, I just told the people. I told the people that you were on the road. That's fine.
Yeah, and so I feel like there's some of this stuff that we shouldn't be exposing children to. Children don't need the stress of social media that social media brings, because there's social media bullying. I mean, so when you were a kid in school, and something happened at school, once you left school, it was over with, right? You went home, you had your meal, you did your homework, you know, maybe you called a buddy or something on your phone, or you went and hung out and played with some kids in your neighborhood, or, you know, you worked in the garage with your dad or whatever, right? Yeah. Now, kids have social media. They're on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, with all their people from school, and they're constantly, that stress of that school environment goes all day long.
Yeah.
Something happened at school that people are going to bring it up in Snapchat. Or they probably Snapchatted it while it was happening, and people are making memes out of it, making fun of it. So, and now you got to deal with that when you go home.
Yeah.
And it lasts days now instead of just being over, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm a big proponent of, hey, no, you can't have a Facebook account. You can't, no Snapchat.
Okay.
My kid's not going to have any of that.
No,
No.
I'm
gonna be that mean dad that's gonna say no.
Yeah. What do you people think out there about this? I mean, you know, there's all different kinds of people listening to podcasts, but what do you think about that? I mean, I'm not saying that you guys got a shout out that we're closed-minded. It's not true. I'm telling you this, we're not closed-minded. But there's certain values in certain families where, when kids are really young, you really don't need to expose them to that, you know. But I know that today everybody's coming out. They're getting out of the closet. They're showing their different personalities. People are calling themselves dogs, cats, chimpanzees, whatever. And it's all the right. It's all the right, man. The LMFAQ, whatever you call it there, the LBQ. I'm with that. I'm okay. It's you know, it doesn't bother me. But at the end of the day,
I got words about that. But there are certain things I'm willing to put up with. But when somebody starts calling themselves a cat or a dog, I really think they need to seek psychological help. Because they're a fucking human.
Yeah.
You can't be a dog. You can't be a cat. You can't be a reindeer.
No. I think the society is completely berserk, because at the point, you know, I haven't seen old people do that, or people more at 40 and 50. I never heard a 40 and a 50 guy say I'm a reindeer. But I think there's that generational thing where they are. Say it again?
One of the ambassadors for TikTok, I don't know if she's still there or not, but she's in a alternative relationship, and her partner leads her around outside on a leash to eat grass because she thinks she's a reindeer.
Oh, that's marvelous.
So, and then we got men that are in their 30s and 40s that think they're a, 8-year-old little girl.
Yeah. That's not what we call pedophiles?
Well, I mean, but society is telling me that I have to accept that. And I'm telling you, no, you don't.
No.
I don't have to accept it. I will determine what I will accept. Vern will determine what he accepts.
You know, it's their right in wanting to think what they think, but it's our right in wanting to think what we think. So.
Well, yeah,
but don't forget,
they want us to accept them open arms. Anything goes.
Yeah.
But when I tell them what my belief is, I'm a fascist Nazi pig, and I shouldn't live on this earth. So, where's the love?
Well, yeah, it does work both ways. Well, Akai, we're already at that point. We've done our hour. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for being part of us. We had a couple of contributions. So thank you very much for logging in. Come listen to our podcast. We have the old podcasts on Spotify and Apple Music. And yes, we are on YouTube. So please subscribe, like, and give us some comments. And we'll chat back to you. And if ever you want an opportunity to come and talk with us live, well, send an email. Send an email up and say, but because I know some people have been sending emails. But I mean, explain. Don't just send me your email and make me think that you want to go. You got to write down in the comment, hey, I'd like to come and join in the podcast. I want to debate this with you guys. We're open to it. It has to be respectful, but we're open to it. But I mean, if you send me an email, just put your email on it and not write nothing. I don't know if it's you who wants to come and join us, but I mean, I'm not going to write back because, I watch a lot spam stuff. I'm an anti, I have problems, reading my texts because I'm a security guy at the hell because, I want to make sure that nothing is bugged. So there's so much crap going on lately on the planet with technology and internet and textiles and,
AI.
So, yeah, exactly. And, and we do get new members on our website because we do have our website at La Production Verms or vermlandradio.com. But people subscribe and they have all these weird names. So, it's like, we do make sure there's filtered stuff. We do make sure, but join us. Come and join us. Bring us some more topics. You guys want us to talk about something? Let us know in the comment, and we'll be more than pleased to talk about it. To get you through, guys. Thank you very much from the bottom of our hearts. Sometimes topics are not easy, and sometimes topics are soft. So see you all next week on Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern. Have a nice one, buddies.